I'm Caroline Hall, and I'm the President of Integrity, and I'm here to welcome you to this edition of IntegriTV.
Transgender people from all across the Episcopal Church have been waiting eagerly for the House of Bishops and the House of Deputies to vote on adding gender identity and expression to the current non-discrimination canons.
I certainly hope that the bishops will pass our two resolutions, Resolution D002 and D019, which would add gender identity and expression to the non-discrimination canons of the Church regarding both access to discernment for ordained ministry and in the rights of the laity.
Before I came to the hearing, I thought that this was a slam dunk. I was a little bit surprised to see so many people in opposition, but I still think that yes, that it is going to go forward.
I'm hopeful. We just heard this incredible sermon by Bishop Curry about crazy Christians, about how we all kind of need to be kind of crazy to live out the scandal of the gospel. So I'm hopeful that the bishops will make the connection between that and the legislation about trans folks. So that's why I changed my little name tag. You can see I am a fairly crazy Christian and proud of it too. So I'm hopeful.
We have been on the periphery too long. We have been denied basic rights, and it is time for the Church to acknowledge that.
I could be melodramatic and say expectation is that God's will be done, but I think we're in that point of being kind of just in between right now, waiting for their debate and hoping for their approval.
We need this because we need to be pastoral for our people within the Church, but we need to send a message outside that this is not some kind of curiosity. This is not some kind of a prurient, bizarre anomaly. This is about people.
Just came out of the House of Bishops where D002 and D019 were passed by very large margins after considerable discussion on both. This is a wonderful moment for me because it is another step towards the Church acknowledging that I am someone who is loved by God and worthy of recognition by the Church. And it's a wonderful feeling.
Even as LGBT folks find greater love and acceptance in the Episcopal Church, bullying is still a serious issue across America. We spoke with Wayne Mathis from Houston about the work the Church is doing to fight bullying.
I've done a lot of work with PFLAG Houston, and so I've learned to recognize bullying and to be aware of bullying. And as a gay person, I'm fully aware of hate crimes and intolerance. But it was all something else, somewhere else, somebody else's kid, until it became my kid. And when it was my kid, my world changed, and it meant something different to me. And my kid had somebody to go to, and a school that was supportive. But the hurt that I saw in his eyes, it was fear, but more than just fear for his safety. He was hurt that one kid would bully another one. And it was the fear that I can't do anything about. I can protect him, I can keep him from getting hurt, I can't stop his fear. And my kid's special to me, and I will do whatever I can to ensure a safer world, and it's time for our church to stand with and for our children.
Ann Mello, the Associate Director of National Association of Episcopal Schools, spoke with IntegriTV about the work her organization is doing in response to bullying.
Well, one of the great strengths that we have as Episcopal schools is the focus on community and on the dignity of all, which we get from our attachment to the Church and the baptismal covenant of striving for justice and peace among all people. So that gives us an automatic foundation for ensuring that our schools are places where all children are welcomed. That being said, you know, children are human beings too, and whatever's out in the world comes into our schools. schools. As more awareness about bullying has come forward, we've helped our schools to develop sample policies, which in many states are now required by law, and all schools should have, public, private, or Episcopal, and also to help our chaplains and our school heads work towards creating communities in their schools for all, and to have programs such as working with organizations such as GLSEN, providing resources for students to be able to understand bystanders, victims, bullies, etc. Obviously, each of our schools develops their own curricula, but we try to help them live fully into their mission as Episcopal schools to be communities that honor and work actively to welcome all children, all families, and ensure that every child is a child of God.
Hello, welcome back. This is IntegriTECH, and I'm Mel Soriano. We yesterday covered Twitter and what Twitter is doing to keep you up to date on the events here at General Convention. Today, we're going to talk about our portal site, gc12.integrityusa.org. If you haven't had a chance to look at it, I beg you to do so. It's available on your web browser, whether it's on a PC or on your iPad or mobile phone. If you take a look, it looks like this. On the left side, you'll see a sidebar with all sorts of navigation options, and right in the middle, you'll have all sorts of information available. You'll see the video of the day, recapping all the highlights. You see the resolution update, latest news, and a calendar of events. And then right in the bottom of that first column on that first page is a Twitter feed. You'll be able to see everything that's going on without ever having to log into Twitter. And then on the sidebar, you have all these additional links. Legislation Central will cover all the different resolutions that we're monitoring that affect you and some of the issues we are most interested in. Descriptions about where we stand, social media links regarding Twitter and blogs and Facebook links, descriptions of the booth, the Eucharist, the maps, the calendar of events, photo galleries, our allies, and links to the Integrity main website, the General Convention website, and of course a very powerful and helpful one, the General Convention Media Hub. Please check out our website. It's a valuable tool to stay on top of what's going on here at General Convention. That's it from IntegriTECH. I'm Mel Soriano, and I hope we'll see you again tomorrow.
Members of Integrity USA just participated in an impromptu baptism in the fountain just behind me. A member of an Episcopal church, someone who's been attending Episcopal churches for years, decided at this General Convention that she wanted to be baptized. Elizabeth Caton baptized her, and Michael Sniffen, one of the coordinators of the Integrity Eucharist, celebrated at this small Eucharist in honor of her baptism.
Thanks to the Lord our God.
It is right to give our thanks and praise.
Loving God, we give you thanks that in the beginning you created the heavens and the earth, populated this earth, our island home, with many creatures, crowning them with humanity, and giving us to love and serve each other and you. In the fullness of time, you sent your Son, Jesus Christ, to teach us how to live and how to love. And when we broke your law, he gave himself up to death, showing us how to sacrifice ourselves for one another. On the night before he was given up to death, he took bread, broke the bread, gave it to his friends, and said, "Take, eat. This is my body, which is given for you."
It's been an exciting day, and while the rest of the convention was worshiping in a grand and glorious way, many others of us were worshiping here on the streets, bearing witness to the vows of our baptism.
If you want more insight and coverage, check out our blog, find us on Facebook, or follow us on Twitter. There's so much going on, and Integrity is committed to covering it. You can find links for all our resources at IntegrityUSA.org. That's it for this edition of IntegriTV. We'll bring you more coverage of the 77th General Convention tomorrow, so be here to check it out. Thanks for watching.